applicable nowadays. Okay, so that is the applications of AI. AI has applications in all fields of human study, such as finance, economics, environment engineering, chemistry, computer science, and so on. So you take any field in today's world. Okay, you take any field. The AI is applicable nowadays. Okay, you take any of the field, whichever of your choice. You take the hardware industry, you take the software industry, you take the core industry. Okay, you take the any type of industry. The AI is applicable nowadays. So the subject, the term is really very important. Okay, but I'm listing here some of the applications, the major applications of AI, and then I will show you one video where you will understand what is the different applications of AI nowadays. Okay, so the first application is the perception. Now, what do you mean by the perception? The perception means the observation actually. Okay, the meaning of word perception is a type of observation of type of concept. Okay, so the perception idea of AI can be used in the machine vision, speech understanding, and touch sensation. So these are the very famous examples of AI. So where these examples were started very previously actually, the machine vision. So we want to give some type of vision to the machines. Okay, we want to make our machines to be smarter. We want to make our machines more and more smarter day by day, right? So that is why we require the AI for machine vision. Then speech understanding. So nowadays the various programs are there. Okay, just understand your Alexa, Siri, Cortana. Okay, many people may be having this application mobile phone. There is a Google Assistant. What they do? They understand your speech, they understand your text, they understand your language, and gives you the response. So that is the speech understanding. Then touch sensation. So based on a special type of touch, the different applications are there. Okay, the special type of touch, then sensation. So the sensation type of activity will be generated, and there are different applications for it. That very famous application of AI is the robotics. Now keep in mind, robotics is the part of AI. AI means not robotics. Okay, robotics is a part of AI. So robotics is the study of the robots. Okay, this robotics is the study of the robots. So there are many movies you people have seen. Like there are many movies you people must have seen that represents the artificial intelligence robots. Okay, how the robots are moving further and further, how the robots are getting faster, or how the robots are getting evaluated or improved day by day. So that is the robotics. Then natural language processing. So nowadays the many conversions are present from English to Marathi, Marathi to Hindi, Hindi to English, English to Chinese, Chinese to French, etc. So what we do actually, we understand the basic language and then we convert the meaning of that language into the other suitable language. So we need to understand the different text, that is the natural language processing. Then natural language understanding. Now this is the difference actually. The natural language understanding is a part of this natural language processing. But what we do here, we understand the language, we understand the natural languages. So for example, we understand the Marathi, we understand the Hindi. So likewise, our machines are also understanding the natural languages. Right? So for example, the Chitti robot. Okay, the Chitti robot in the robot movie is understanding the language of what people are saying. Right? And then they are responding. The Ravun movie, they are understanding the language. Right? So that is the natural language understanding. So where this is applicable nowadays, the speech understanding, the speech recognition, okay, language generation. So language generation, we can generate the languages, motion translation. So nowadays many devices are created that can understand the meaning of the animals like birds, dogs, etc. So many machines, the scientists are developing the many devices that can understand the meaning of the basic animals. Like okay, they are trying to develop such kind of machine. So that is the natural language understanding. Okay, then machine translation. Then machine translations likewise. So these are some of the applications of AI that the AI industry is standing. Okay. Then planning. So planning is this is something related to the management part. Okay, planning is something related to the management part. So for example, you want to go from Thane to Borivali. Okay, for example, you want to go from Thane to Borivali. Then before starting your journey, what you will do? if you are traveling by road, before starting your journey, what you will do? You will quickly open the Google Map and distance is lesser to go. Or how I can reach very faster into the Borivali from Thane station or from Thane, right? So that is actually planning. So many areas, the planning is implemented with the help of AI. So what you use your Google Maps, these are actually the examples of AI. Okay, you can see the crowd and all. That is the examples of AI. Okay, the expert system. So expert system is actually the combination of the multiple AI systems. Okay, expert systems are the combination of multiple AI systems. So that is the expert system. They are expert, just like the supercomputers or the superpower computers. They are providing you the expert system, right? Like the weather forecasting department, forecasting department, time forecasting department, etc. So they produce the expert system, and AI is helpful to work in that area. Machine learning. Now this is a very famous area nowadays. Machine learning. So to understand many concepts of machine, to make your machine smarter, we'll need to understand the machine learning, and machine learning is a one part of AI. Okay. Machine learning is not AI, but machine learning is one small part of AI. Then symbolic mathematics. So you can say it's a discrete mathematics. With the many areas of symbolic mathematics, or you can say it as statistical mathematics, or let us give the programmable computer name as the discrete mathematics. So many problems of mathematics can be solved by using the AI. Then game playing, the very famous example. I guess everyone have played some type of game. So all those games are actually the type. Around 6 applications around of the 6 games. There is a history available in the website, in the IBM's website. You can go and watch. Okay. So in that duration, the Deep Blue Sea program where win the game against the Gary Kasparov. Okay. So that is the idea where the AI applications are coming out in picture. That is, AI applications are coming in picture. So this very famous program, you might have seen that. You might have seen the movies of this program. Okay, you might have seen the movies of this program. This was one of the famous challenge. The documentary is also available on the YouTube. You can see the documentary of this Deep Blue. Okay. Now, from this program or from this Deep Blue program, the new word where came in picture, that is the man versus the machine. The man versus the machine. So from this movie or from this Deep Blue program, a new word came into the existence, that is the man versus the machine. So that is the word called as the man versus the machine. So nowadays, whatever games you are playing, that is the base. You can consider that a base for that program or base for your games is actually the Deep Blue program. That is the man versus the machine. Okay, so this is one of the famous applications. So I thought you should know this. Then another very famous application which was launched by NASA in 2004. You might be knowing this application because these have changed the history of the the space. Okay, these have changed the history of the space. This robot is called as the NASA's Mars Exploration Rover. Okay, and this is an example of autonomous agent. Okay, this is an example of autonomous agent. So what happened? What was the program? So NASA's Mars rover successfully completed their primary 3-month mission in April 2004. So this mission was launched completed in 2004. So what was the basic idea behind this mission? The mission was to study the chemical and physical composition of the surface at the various locations in order to help determine whether water had ever existed on the planet and to search for other signs that the planet might have supported some form of life. So Mars. So this program was launched by the NASA in 2004 to check the existence of the life over the Mars planet. Okay, to check the existence of water, to check the physical composition, to check the chemical composition of the on the Mars planet. Okay, so this was very famous program which was launched by NASA, and that is one of the best example of AI. That is the one of the best example of AI. Okay, so this is one example AI now. Okay, now let us quickly talk about the history of AI. So now we have seen some of the applications of AI, but overall, what is the contribution given by different people to the different countries to the AI? So You can say the Turing test approach. The first approach was initiated by the Alan Turing in 1950s with the Turing test approach. So we have gone through this. Turing was what the actual term. Okay, the actual term was coined by McCartney in the 1955. Okay, the actual term was coined by the McCartney in 1955 with the description, the science and engineering of making intelligent machines. This was the what do you say? This was the conference which was held, and in that conference, this name came to the existence, artificial intelligence. And then in 1961, okay, the Unimed type of robot, the first industrial robot, Unimed, was to work at GM replacing humans on the assembly line. So this was the first robot to replace the human on the assembly line. Okay, this was the first robot, Unimed, to replace the human being in the assembly. Now before that, the humans were performing the assembly with some manual errors and all. But this robot was launched in 1961 who actually replaced the people in the assembly field, in the manufacturing field. Then in 1964, ELISA, just I told you what is ELISA. Then in 1966, the Shakey, okay, the first electronic person from Stanford Shakey is general purpose mobile robot that reasons about its own action. So this was the Shakey type of a robot created. Then having some gap. Then in 1997, because many applications are happening, but in 1997, the Deep Blue Sea program, just now we have seen the Deep Blue Sea program. Okay. So then in 1998, the Kismet, might have seen this image many times. So this is the Kismet image. What is that? It is an emotionally intelligent robot insofar as it detects and responds to people's feelings. So this robot were able to detect the feelings of the people, smiling, initial feelings. So this robot were able to detect the initial feelings of the people. Then you might have seen this example, AIBO. Okay, AIBO, AIBO. The name of the robot was AIBO. So Sony launched this robot, okay, with the skills and personality that they developed over time. So Sony have launched this robot, AIBO. Then in 2002, Roomba. This is again one of the famous applications. You might have seen this application many times. Okay, first mass-produced autonomous robotic vacuum cleaner. So this was the vacuum cleaner produced in 2002. Now don't think that vacuum cleaner is produced today. No, the automatic vacuum cleaners were produced in 2002. These are the AI applications. Then in 2011, very famous application Siri, which was launched by Apple. You might have this Apple mobile phone now. So this application was launched in 2011 by Apple, right? Then in 2011, the Watson. Okay. Then in 2014, this is again very famous chatbot possessed the Turing test with a third of judges believing Eugen is a human. Okay. Now this is a very interactive section. Eugen was one of the very interactive robot who was doing the chatbot. Okay. Then in 2014, Alexa, you know it very well now. Everybody or maximum people are having this Alexas. Then in 2016, AEY. Okay. So this is the Microsoft chatbots created. Then in 2017, AlphaGo and many more. Okay. And many more lists. This list is just the I have shown you just the main importance or main main events of the AI. But this is not just a limit there. The AI is very, very huge nowadays. Okay, the AI is very, very huge nowadays. This is not the limit. Okay, so this is something about the history of AI. Now let us see. So, what are the different applications of AI in the different fields? So in the healthcare field, so these are the different applications of AI. So healthcare. At many levels, at many phases, at many areas, the healthcare is applicable. You go to the X-ray, okay, you go to the CT scanning, okay, the AI is applicable. Automobile industry, maximum automobile industry is running with the AI. Okay, finance, you go to the finance market, everywhere the AI is used. Then surveillance system, your cameras, okay, social media, all your social media is actually controlled by the AI nowadays.